guys. So I gotta make this live quick, and I know I always say that and then I just keep talking, but I'm gonna have Jason cutting me off any minute now. So if you're on Instagram, obviously there's no title, but if you're on Facebook, I started this with I feel like a complete failure, and I'm embarrassed to share this. Like, I literally came out into the hallway because I didn't want the people in my husband's office to hear me talking about this, because I'm embarrassed. And so it's one of those things where I've said this a couple of times in my life, like, I don't get embarrassed. And I think it's at the core of that, the underlying reason why I say that is because I truly, truly do live mostly without worrying about what people think. Like, I'm the girl that will go out in public looking any type of way because it's like, I don't care. When I want to be cute, I'm cute. Like, like, I don't live for other people's approval. I don't live for what are people going to think. But I think we all have some level of that, right? And so this is a moment where I'm embarrassed, and I literally was typing it up to my email list because I love talking to my email list. You guys are like my friends, my people, because social media, you guys are my people too, but I never know who's going to see my stuff because the algorithms are crazy and I don't pay for ads. And so it's like my email list, it's like I know it's going to your inbox and I get to talk to you. And so I'm typing it up and I'm like deleting and typing and deleting. And so I'm like, okay, I get to send this. I get to talk about this because this is probably something that other people go through. And I know for a fact that this is a big reason why people stay stuck in their life. And I'm committed to helping people live their best life. I'm all about not living. I'm almost done, so don't stop me. So I'm all about people not living in their trap of smallness and really stepping out into their greatness and reaching their potential. And it's moments like what I'm about to share with you right now that are making or breaking the people who actually do that. So here's my story. Here's why I'm embarrassed. Here's why I feel like a failure. I didn't name it Wave 5 of the Fox Project, and I'm not selling anything here, so don't leave like, oh, she's talking about the Fox Project. I'm not selling. This is literally a moment that I wanted to share openly with you because I hope that it can help you, because I've been in my shit lately. So basically I put out what would have been Wave 5 of the Fox Project, and I put it out prematurely, a little bit early, because I was like, why don't I do it for Black Friday? Gosh, quiet. Go. I put it out a little bit early because I'm like, why don't I do it as a Black Friday special? Because let me just tell you, I have gotten on the phone with so many people. I've got so many DMs, so many messages, so many emails of, I really want to do the Fox Project. I'm going to do the next one. I'm saving up. I wish it was more affordable. I've gotten DMs like, do you have anything for a lower price for people like me who can't afford it? Like, I get all these things. And so I'm like, oh my God, my mentor is always saying, be generous. I could sell the Fox Project for $5 if I wanted to. It's my time, it's my baby, it's my product. There's no one else responsible for it, so I could give it for free. Number one, I know that never works because anybody who I have ever given it to free for, they always fall off, they never show up. And I just listened to this, I was watching this webinar the other day, and they were saying how the higher you pay, the more you attract the people who are actually ready to take their self on and do the work. And so it's the price really has nothing to do with it. And I have so many lessons that I want to share, but for sake of time, I'm just going to share the main thing that I want to share with you. But so I'm like, oh my God, I could do Wave 5 a little bit early and I could sell it as a Black Friday deal. And so I put it out there, and I offered the Fox Project for $4.97, which was half of what I normally charge for the Fox Project. Okay, nobody buys. Not one person signs up. So I'm like, hey, I guess that's still a little high. It's not like, even though in my world, what I'm used to paying and like hearing people pay for mentorship, I know $4.97 is a dead steal, but not everybody knows that. So I'm like, okay, it needs to be lower. So I hit up my team. I'm like, we got to change the price. Let's lower it to $2.97. That's a no-brainer. All the people who have ever reached out and be like, I need this work. I'm in the next wave. I want to do the Fox Project. No-brainer. $2.97, no-brainer. crickets. Nobody signs up. So clearly I feel, first of all, I'm hurt. It's like, it reminds me of like, I'm an artist, I'm sensitive about my shit. Like, no one wanted to join the Fox Project, so like I could cry. Like, it's so sad, right? But like, okay, whatever. Aside from that, then I'm sad because it's like, fuck, like people don't realize like the time, the effort, the energy, the amount of the almost hundreds of thousands of dollars and time and energy that I put into building the programs that I put out and to learn what I know. They don't realize that I'm giving it to them for $200, well, $300, but it's like, fudge, like I just wish I could wake up people. So it's like, God, like so many things going through my head, and I'm looking, Jason's like, we gotta go. So the main thing I wanted to share with you guys today, if you take nothing else, because I'm probably gonna have to do a part 2 to this, the main thing that I want you to get is that, like, yes, I feel like a failure, and I feel like, oh, no one wanted to buy it, yada, 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 but at the same time, it's like, I preach all the time the power of being surrounded by the dreamers, the doers, and the people who will hold you accountable. If you're doing life by yourself right now and you don't have a community, a mentor, a sideline, people who are like, Crystal, it's okay, like you're not a failure, like maybe it's a tweak in your marketing, maybe you weren't prepared, maybe people weren't ready, like it's all these things, or maybe you're supposed to be, like my husband, he's like, babe, like you want to write a book this year. I didn't write my book all of 2019 because I was focusing on building my program and doing all these things. I was doing my membership, which nobody joined. I thought so many people would join. It's $27 a month. I'm like, fuck, like no one even joined that, and I spent all this time. So now what I'm hearing is like, take the coaching. My mentor, who I pay thousands of dollars for, says, don't create products out of your ass. Don't create out of your own inspiration. Create out of what people are asking for. So clearly people are not buying the Fox Project. They don't know what it is. They don't see the value. They're not asking for that. So I get to be quiet, and I get to go back into the drawing board, and I get to just serve, and survey, and listen, what do you guys want from me? If you just want to hear me talk all day and just come up with more content of inspiration, boom, that's what I'll do. Like, forget creating programs, forget like I get to this breakdown is an opportunity for a breakthrough of getting clear on what is going to be valuable for people. How am I going to be best serving people? Because that clearly wasn't it. And so it was like, that was one lesson, was like, don't just create products. If you're an entrepreneur, don't just create products out of your butt and your inspiration, like create them out of surveying what do people want. And the other thing is price. That I knew this, like when I would be on the phone with people and people would be like, I really want this, I really want to do this, but it's just too expensive. I already know price is a value. The same people who have told me that they can't afford a $900 program turn around and hire my business mentor and pay her umpteen $1,000. Like price is just a value conversation. So it's one of those things where, like, this was a lesson that I got to learn, that I get to stand in the power of value and the value conversation and not get stuck on the price, because that just means they're not the person for me. I have to stand in that. And so that was another thing that I learned. Now I'm like all over. I had so much stuff I wanted to share with you guys, but I have to go. My internet's gonna get disconnected right now, but I basically mainly wanted you guys to hear, I could actually keep talking on Instagram, but I'm gonna have to log off here. But I basically just wanted you guys to hear, like, behind the scenes of failure. Like I am an entrepreneur. I am on a mission to help inspire people. I'm on a mission to make a difference in people's lives, and I'm failing freaking forward, and it feels like shit when you're doing it. And I'm the first one to post, fail forward, fail fast. But when you're actually in the failure, when you're actually creating and spending time and energy and money and effort and trying to create products and not one person buys it, that's a failure, and it feels like shit. But like, what's exciting about that is that I get to like mark this in the stripe of failure and realize that I'm doing it. Like, you got my bags? It's like the one white bag that's up against the wall. But I get to just put it in the books of like, this is the art of doing what most people are not willing to do. They're not willing to fail. They're not willing to be rejected. They're not willing to put out a product that doesn't go anywhere. They're not willing to get back in the game. And so like the number one thing that I wanted you guys to take from this was like, stay in the game, don't give up, surround yourself with people. I text my sideline buddies, I text like people in my mentor community, I talk to my husband, I talk to my mentor, and they all told me different versions of like, it's okay, like you get to learn from this, like what are you going to learn, how are you going to shift? And they didn't tell me like, yeah, maybe you should just give up, maybe you should just stop doing that. They just all encouraged me from different ways. And so just like taking the power, sorry, I'm such a mess right now. Taking the power of having people around you in your corner, and then also just learning from your failures. Like, what do I get to learn from this? I've learned a lot. But yeah, and then just I saw this Instagram post the other day, and she was like, can we please show the ugly sides of life? Like, can we not just show the highlight reel? So here's a highlight reel, because I mean, here's a downside, because I'm going to have the highlight, sure, or you could eat it. I'm going to have the highlight reels. Like, I'm going to have so much success to share because I'm not going to give up, and I have a lot of winning things going on. And to the other side of what I'm to share with you guys today is like, there's so much upside to what's happening. And so anyways, hope this was encouraging to someone, and I love you guys, and I will talk.
I got to look at this. I got to look and see what it says. I did look at it.